Oh, it's unboxing time. This is going to be a good one because I haven't bought a Seiko for a very long time. I got this in the sale for £189 plus £2.50 delivery. I got it in 2 days with Royal Mail from the jewellers online, F.Hinds. I have no affiliation with them. It was just a great price. These normally retail for about £300. Amazing price. Is it any good? We're going to be checking the alignment. We're going to be checking it on the Timegrapher. Has it got good accuracy? Is this a good one? Let's get on with it. So I am pretty excited because I have not seen the watch yet. I have not seen a Seiko for a long time, or not owned one, because the last one I had, I was very disappointed because it had a problem with the movement, and that put me off actually for a bit, which is sad. But here we are, a long time later, and I am unboxing a new one, so I am very excited. And what inspired the purchase of this was I've been reflecting on the year and my reviews and videos I've done over some time. What is it that you guys like to see? You guys like to see mod videos, you like Seikos, you like all that jazz. So why not combine the two? This is a watch that is very popular. It's a modern version of a classic that Seiko have made, and I'll talk more in my full video when I do it. Bloody vanilla flavoured Watsits out of the way. Bloody things. Anyway, I'll talk a lot more in the proper video about this watch and why I think it is still fantastic. And hopefully that will be the case after I've looked at this watch. If it's got terrible alignment and running crap, I will change my mind. So let's see how good it is. So this is the moment of truth. Your standard Seiko box, guarantee card in here. Let's see if it's been stamped or filled in. No. So why haven't they filled it in? It's no good, is it? It's the point of buying a watch with a guarantee and they don't fill it in. I'm sure there was a reason why. Anyway, this is the one with the 4R36 movement. Don't need to read that. And let's see if for my £189 they haven't just sent me a piece of shit. Here we are. Please have some reasonable alignment. Oh, it looks pretty. I do like the immediate way it catches the light. It's very nice. Some stickers on here, of course, but let's see if the alignment's good. This is the moment of truth. Oh my God. Initial, is it okay? I think it is. I'm just looking through my, I'm not looking through the camera to look at this. I'm just seeing the alignment here is a good one to look at. Is the triangle at the 12 o'clock lining up okay with the inner chapter ring? It looks like it is. It's not too bad. Probably ever so slightly to the left. Is there a huge gap between the dial and that chapter ring? Just check there's not any wobble. I've seen chapter rings wobbling before. The alignment of this bezel insert is perfect by the looks of it. That's a good start. These are things I always check straight away. Let's feel the bezel. Yep, it's got the bezel action I would expect. Slight resistance, slightly muted click. There's no backplay or wobble, which is good. I'm going to look closer to see if there's any fluff on the dial. I can see a microscopic speck actually already on the dial around just above the 6 o'clock, not the 6 o'clock, just above the 4 o'clock on the dial itself. So again, I'm looking under bright lights, under close scrutiny, but when I mod the watch, that's the kind of thing I can get rid of. I can just blow it with the puffer and get rid of any fluff under there, but it shouldn't have it in the first place, really, should it? This is still retailing at about £300, so that is something I don't want to see, but it's still good. I like the polish on the indices, etc. It all looks very good. Let's get some power in this watch, and I'm going to stick this on the Timegrapher and see how good it's running straight out the box. So I've wound that up. I'm not taking any stickers off yet. I'm just going to see if this movement is running okay. So I've got my Timegrapher ready. I'm going to preset this up to the lift angle, which I know for this movement is 53 degrees. So this is the moment of truth. I am running the Timegrapher. I'm hoping that this not got gargantuan beat error or anything like that. Well, the beat error is already not that great. 1.4, anything over 1 is not very good. But the literally just from this position straight away, the rate is pretty good. It's running at +2, +4. Amplitude looks fairly healthy. I'm going to try this in a few other positions to see how good it is. See, the beat error hasn't really moved too much, but the day rate's still really good. It's not alarmingly jumped away from what the previous setting was, the previous position was. So that's good. It seems to be fairly stable with crown up at +3 rate. Let's try it down. Again, I've let it settle. It's barely changed again. That's good. Day rate's really good. Well within tolerances. They've got really broad tolerances on this movement. Still not 100% happy with this beat error, but that is nothing too alarming to worry about. I know it can be regulated, but they say 99% of the time, don't bother tweaking the beat error. It's just not worth it. Amplitude is fairly healthy. It's staying about the same. Again, the rate is barely changing. Let's do crown up now. I'll leave it at that after this to see how we're going. It's pretty consistent. Again, I don't think there's any dramatic changes. If anything, the best position to leave it lying in is crown down. See, it's running blob on. Barely any change in the amplitude, and the beat error is a little bit better, but again, that's by the by. But the point is this running okay? On the whole, the rate is fantastic. Beat error is not fantastic. Amplitude seems fairly healthy. I am happy enough considering how inconsistent these can possibly be. So that's a good start. So what I also do with an unboxing, I'll get the zoom back in, is I'm going to take the stickers off. I'm going to size this up for my wrist. We'll have a quick look at it on my wrist and double check if there's any other possible flaws anywhere, and then we'll go from there. Now before I take the links out, I normally try it on. I've taken all the stickers off, well, most of them. There's always one, isn't there? Bloody stickers everywhere. Hate stickers. Bloody stickers. Actually, while it's here, it sounds quite jingle jangly, this bracelet. While we're here, I'll show you. It's got the hollow end links, female ones, but look how hollow they are. You can see right in there. Cost cutting, of course, from Seiko, but again, this will be in the full review. But no taper as well on this bracelet. That's another thing I've noticed. It's a straight 22 all the way. So yeah, anyway, back to sizing this up. What I do is get a brand new watch, put it on the wrist, and I can see, well, there's quite a lot of micro adjusts on here, so I could rely on that, and it's on its furthest setting. So I'll start with taking one out each side of the clasp to keep it balanced, and see how we go from there, and then try it on again, and then you see after that how many more links you may need to take out. And the tool you would need to get for resizing, I use something, again, I bought off Amazon. It's just a pin remover. And the way that works is these have pins, and it even tells you the arrow in which the direction they need to go out. And you just push from this side with this tool, push the pins out, and then it's just a bit fiddly and time consuming. And once you've done it, it's done. You don't have to do it ever again, hopefully, unless you gain an alarming amount of weight or lose an alarming amount of weight, which shouldn't be the case. So as you can see, I've got this set up in my pin remover, and I pop that in there. Came out really easily. Go as far as I can, wind it back out. Hopefully by hand I'll be able to pull this out, yes. And then I've got to take another one out. So I hold it the same place, line up with the hole, screw it in, easy as that. Really easy to come out, these ones actually. That's another benefit of Seiko. They are well made, even though you sometimes get sloppy alignment and things like that. All these kind of bits and bobs that you would do on one of these watches is very straightforward. And all we've got to do is put it back together, because that's done from this side. Put that there. I know the pin is facing this way. Put it straight back in by hand. Almost goes in too easily. And then just to finish it off, push from the other side with the same tool. And that's it. I'm going to do the exact same this side of the clasp, and then we'll go from there. So that's one link taken out either side of the clasp. Let's see how well this fits now. See what, it's really close. There's not too much. I reckon I could fine tune that with the micro adjusts on the bracelet here, on the clasp, sorry. So I'll try that now. I'll just show you the tool I would use for that, and that is one of these, buried over here. And now you can change these kind of tools with different tips. So I'll turn the tip round. So you've got that little pointy end, and then you just pop that in the clasp. So I know I can go in, maybe I'll just go across one, just see how we get started. So you poke that in there, feel it, click, pop it to the next hole, same the next side. There we are. Let's see how that fits now. Really comfortable actually. Ever so slightly loose, how I like it. I have a 7 1/4 inch wrist, so you know if you have a wrist same size as me, you only need to take 2 links out and do a little bit of adjustment. So you can allow for slight differences according to your wrist size, of course. I like to have the fold over bit and the pushers in line with the middle part of my wrist. I know some people like to have the clasp lining up right over here, but I just like how that feels when I take it on and off. Very good. Fitment is gorgeous, really comfortable, not too chunky, but that is something I'm going to be doing to this watch. This is going to be a modification. I am going to do a nice mod. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet, but if you want to know what that is, at the end of this video I'll have a link so you can click on it, and that's the ongoing part of this story for you to see what happens with this watch. But this is just phase 1. Me excitedly unboxing my first Seiko in a very long time. and just giving you my first impressions. Nothing else seems to be awry, everything, the build quality seems to be okay, but if I spot anything that will be again in the full review. And the immediate impression is this bracelet is pretty cheap feeling, but that'll be something I will be changing and putting on something else on this watch. Again, this is the kind of watch you should buy in the sales, get it cheaper, and then you can not feel so bad about buying mods and bits and upgrades to make this your dream everyday watch or just a project watch without worrying about the cost too much, and still have a quality piece, and buy something that's part of a subculture in the watch loving community, and that is watch modding. I love modding watches. About time I did a Seiko. I have not done one for a long time. How am I going to make this better? I can't wait to share that with you, but I'm waiting for the bits to arrive so I can then do the video. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this watch, see how it feels, see how it fares over the next few weeks while the bits arrive. Thanks so much for watching. See you in another one soon. Bye for now.